I'm going to be asking you some very, very serious questions. Um, and I want you to answer honestly, but I'm not going to give you all the time in the world because I don't want you to professionally give me this answer that may not be how you truly feel. I want you to tell me exactly how you feel. So I will be pouring rice into this jar, and when I stop, that's when I want the answer. Sound fair? Let's get to it. Let's start. Question number one. If you had to smell like one food for the rest of your life, what would that be? If you had to smell like one food for the rest of your life, what would that be? Okay, next question. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten just to see what it tasted like? What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten just to see what it tasted like? Okay, question number three. If your life was a sitcom, what would the theme song be? If your life was a sitcom, what would the theme song be? Come on. Okay. I gave you a little bit of extra time, but we got to speed it up. Come on, we have more questions. All right. Do you think your pet or your closest animal in your life secretly judges you? Do you think your pet or whatever the closest animal in your life is secretly judges you? Yes or no? It didn't have to be, it was yes or no question. I saw you kind of struggling, so I stopped. You gotta tell me yes or no. Okay, okay, all right. Question number five. If you had to rename yourself as a vegetable, what type of vegetable would you pick? If you had to rename yourself as any type of vegetable, what type of vegetable would you pick? Okay. Question number six. What is the silliest fear you've ever had? What is the silliest fear you've ever had? Okay. If you could only whisper one word for the rest of the day, what word would you pick? If you could only whisper one word for the rest of the day, what word would you pick? I like that one. I like that one. Question number eight. Have you ever had a dream so weird that you woke up confused? Have you ever had a dream so weird that you woke up confused? Question number 9. If your socks could talk, what would they say about you? If your socks could talk, what would they say about you? They'd say that your feet smell good. I'll let you have it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Question number 10. Would you rather have spaghetti hair or marshmallow toes? That is one of the most important questions I think I've ever asked. Would you rather have spaghetti hair or marshmallow toes? Fair. I can see it. I can see it. Question 11. If you could swap voices with any cartoon character, who would it be? If you could swap voices with any cartoon character, what would it be? Or who would it be? It's my turn. Oh, you answered that fast. You think about this kind of stuff? Yeah, I'm not judging. I'm just, okay. Let's go to the next question. Question number 12. What's the most random thing you ever Googled? What is the most random thing you've ever Googled? Don't be nasty. That's a fair question. I might need to Google that. I don't know the answer. Let's go to the next question. If you could only eat one color of food for a week, what color would that be? So you can only eat foods of that specific color for a week. What color would that be? Yellow? What are you eating? You just drinking lemonade? I don't want. It's your answer. It's your answer. I'm sorry. Question number 14. Have you ever laughed at a joke that didn't make sense just to be polite? Have you ever laughed at a joke that didn't make sense just to be polite? I have. Question number 15. What's the most embarrassing thing you've said to a stranger? What's the most embarrassing thing you said to a stranger? Why did you say that? What did they say when you said that? Why did you say that? Next question. If you had to carry a tiny object everywhere you went for good luck, what object would that be? If you had to carry around a tiny object everywhere for good luck, what object would that be? Go. I was a little fast with that one. I just wanted to see if you could guess. If you could come with your answer fast enough. Oh, Need time? We don't have any more time. I'm so sorry. Next question. Hmm. Would you rather be able to speak to squirrels or know what the wind is saying? Would you rather be able to speak to squirrels or know exactly what the wind is saying? Hmm. I know you're short on time. I get it. I'm running out of rice. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't have more rice, so we have to go a little quicker. Okay. Question number 18. If your reflection suddenly winked at you, what would you do? If your reflection suddenly winked at you, what would you do? You can't. I'm asking questions. You can't ask me. I'd pee in my pants. What would you do? Fair. Fair. Question number 19. What's the most unnecessary thing you've ever bought just because it looked cool? What is the most unnecessary thing you've ever bought just because it looked cool? What was the most unnecessary thing you've ever bought just because it looked cool? Question number 20. This is going to be our last question. I believe I said 25. Unfortunately, I'm out of rice. I didn't know that it would go this way. I'm so sorry. But I'll be back, I promise. Uh, Last question. And you'll have more time since I have, this amount of rice. Yeah, this is a good question. If you could choose one song to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be? If you could choose one song to listen to for the rest of your life, for the rest of your life, what would it be? Hey Ya by Outkast? Okay. That's a fair answer. That's a fair answer. Well, those are all the questions that I have. Well, I had more. I said I ran out of rice, but you passed. I didn't know if you knew that it was a test, but it was. And you passed, not by much, but you passed, and I'm proud of you.